Don't you just love a good copycat recipe? If you do, then you're gonna love today's dessert. It is the butter pecan blondies from Applebee's. And they are so yummy, and they're really not that hard to make. Before you start, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I like to bake these in an 11 by 7 inch pan, but you can use a 9 by 13 inch pan if you don't have one. They'll just be thinner. I like to spray mine with nonstick cooking spray and also line it with parchment paper so they're easy to take out of the pan when they're done. Just give the pan a spray. And that spray will help the parchment paper to stick in the pan. And then you can just set that aside. Now we're gonna whip up the batter. Grab yourself a large mixing bowl and add 3/4 a cup of melted butter. I love to use brown butter for this recipe. It adds an amazing depth of flavor. If you don't know how to brown butter, I will share a link at the end of this video for another video that will teach you the tricks for making some brown butter. But if you want to just use regular melted butter, these bars will still taste amazing. Next up is some brown sugar. I used light, but you can also use dark. Whisk those two together. Now add 2 eggs. Two teaspoons of vanilla. And 2 teaspoons of this maple flavoring. Break up the eggs and give that a whisk. And as you can see, that maple flavoring adds a nice deep brown color. Now add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Make a little well on top of the flour. Add a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then just kind of mix that into the flour a little bit. That way you don't have to dirty another bowl to combine your dry ingredients. Give that a stir. Make sure you're scraping down the sides of the bowl often. When it's mostly combined, add 1 cup of pecans that have been chopped. For the best flavor, you want to toast them first. And then about 1/2 cup of white chocolate chips. Stir that in. It smells so good. Now that our batter is nicely combined, it's time to pour it into our prepared pan. Make sure you scrape out every last bit of that yummy batter. I like to use a spoon to help me spread it into the pan. I think it works better than a big spatula. Get it into the corners. Now we're gonna pop that into the 350 degree oven and bake it for about 30 minutes. Okay, the blondies are done. See how they're nice and shiny and golden on the top? The middle is still a little bit jiggly, but that is just fine. They'll continue to bake because they're so hot, and they'll thicken up as they cool, and you don't wanna over bake them because then they will not have that nice chewy texture. They'll be dry. Now the hard part, you gotta wait for them to cool a little bit before you slice into them. To speed things up a little bit, I like to put them on a wire cooling rack. The wire rack lets the air circulate underneath the pan so they'll cool a little bit faster, and that's true for bars, muffins, cookies, whatever. So I like to put everything on a wire rack just to cool it up because I like to hurry get to the best part, which is the eating. That parchment paper makes it really easy to pull the bars out of the pan. Just lift them and then cut them up. The bars are great on their own, but topped with ice cream and that buttery maple sauce. These are everything a blondie should be. They're chewy and they're moist. They've got that crackly top. They're loaded with those pecans that add the crunch and then that sauce on top. Oh guys, it's so good. You gotta give these a try. If you like these recipes, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'd also appreciate it if you'd subscribe.